Good afternoon. It is about 10 to 2 on Sunday. My air conditioning is blasting. Sorry, but it's hot. It is 30 degrees Celsius right now. I don't know if that's with Humidex, but it's warm. And I just thought I'd run out. I finished majority of my chores today, so I thought I would run out and vlog for a little bit. Monkey's dad is going to bring him home after dinner tonight, so it's not so rush tonight. But I do need to get out later and, you know, gas the car and all that kind of good stuff. I have my appointment at the ENT tomorrow at like 1:30 or something like that. In my boyfriend's town, so I'm not 100% sure where this hospital is. I don't know his town very well. So I'm gonna leave a couple hours early. I think it usually takes me about an hour to get there, so I'm gonna leave a couple hours early. I would rather get there and sit and smoke in the parking lot than get there late. So I also don't know where I'm going in the hospital, so there's that. Good times. And I'm directionally impaired, so it's gonna be a day for me. I hate going to new places, and I hate it so much. Open up my iced coffee here. I went to Timmy's yesterday. I'm such a bitch. I felt like such a bitch, but it was the point of the thing. The people that work the window and some of the people that work the counter know me quite well. They know me by car. They know me when I come in. They know. I am a caffeine addict, and they all know. So I went through the drive-thru yesterday. I wanted to get an iced coffee. It was hot as balls yesterday. And I'd cut the grass in the morning. Like when I first got us up, probably around 11:30. And I floated around in the pool for a little bit, cooled down. I cleaned the pool out while I was in there because it's easier to do while you're in there. And floated around for a little bit, cooled down, and dried off a bit, and then went to Timmy's to get my iced coffee. And the kid at the counter at the drive-thru, when I went to go pay, didn't give me my change back. He just assumed I was tipping. Which, I mean, I generally do tip. If I don't have the change on me, I can't help you. But generally, I leave something. But I take issue with people assuming that I can tip and just not giving me back my change. I've worked in customer service in one way or another my entire life. That is a big no-no. You do not assume that you are entitled to said tip, okay? It's very unprofessional. So he gives me my coffee and shuts the window, and then comes back and goes to charge me for the next order, and then realized, you know, hi, same person sitting here. And he looked at me and I said, my change, please? He goes, oh, and he gives me a quarter. Well, what he owed me was like $1.45 or something like that. He gives me a quarter. And I'm like, I'm not holding up this line anymore. So I pulled into a parking spot and I went into the store. And there was a young lady at the cash, and I said, I'm really sorry. I said, I hate to be a bitch. I do not want to be that customer. Okay, I come here a lot. I don't want to be that customer. I said, but your kid at the drive-thru assumed I was going to tip and didn't give me my change. When I asked him for my change, he gave me a quarter of the $1.45 or whatever it was that he owed me. Like, don't assume I'm tipping you. Don't assume. It's just, it's very, very, it's rude. And it's very unprofessional. And she either was scared of me or didn't understand what I was saying, because she stood there like a deer caught in the headlights. Like, her eyes were huge. She's looking at me, and I wasn't yelling. I wasn't being nasty. I was being firm, because I was quite pissed. But it wasn't her. I wasn't taking it out on her. You know, I'm not going to go in and cause a scene. So the one kid that serves me at the drive-thru usually during the day, on weekends, came to the cash. He's the one that took he usually takes the orders, and then there's another guy that works the actual window that gives you, you know, the money exchange and the things and whatever. So the kid that took my order comes up to the cash and asked me what was wrong, because I never come, I don't go in, it's fine. If I order a double-double and I get a regular, I'll take it home and I'll add some more cream and sugar to it. Like, it's fine. If you give me, like, they once gave me a triple, that I'll bring that in, and yeah, I'm not drinking that. But generally speaking, I don't go in, I don't rock the boat, I don't cause a scene, it's fine. It's fine. You know, I realize the sugar and the creamer thingies sometimes malfunction, especially if they're getting low. Like, I get it. It's fine. I'll go home and I'll top it up. It's fine. I worked at a coffee shop. It was the most stressful job I ever had in my whole damn life. Like, I get it. I hated that job. That's also why I tip, because been there. They don't pay well. So this kid comes over and he asks me what's wrong, and I said, you know, again, I don't want to be an asshole, okay? I'm really trying not to be a dick. I feel bad, I said, but it's the principle of the thing. And he looked at me, and I said, I ordered my drink. He didn't give me my change. I had to ask for my change. Then he didn't do the change right. Like, he gave me a quarter. He owed me like $1.45 or whatever it was. And the kid's looking at me, and I said, I'm really sorry. I said, but normally I do tip. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I know. And I said, okay, well, this guy is assuming that I can afford to tip. It's not even that I will tip, or that I, you know, he's assuming I can afford it. That is not always the case. Just because I'm here to get my coffee doesn't mean I have the extra to tip you. Like, I generally have a coffee fund in my car, right? And if I have an abundance of change, or, you know, a couple $5 bills in there, where we're good to tip, it's awesome. But there are times, especially toward the end of the month, where I have enough change in my little coffee fund for 1 or 2 coffees. I'm sorry, but you're like exact change for 1 or 2 coffees. I don't dip into my bank account for my coffee. I take out what I figure I'm going to use, and that's my coffee money for the month. And when you're a coffee addict, that's a big deal. Like, I need my coffee. I need my coffee. So I'm explaining this to him, and I felt really bad about it. I really did. I said, but it's the point of the thing. And he says, nope. He goes, you're not a dick at all. He goes, it's fine. It's fine. And he's smiling at me and everything. And he went and he got my change and everything. So it was fine. I felt like a total dick when I left. I really did. I felt horrible. They're good kids over there. But you don't assume. You don't assume. It was the principle of the thing. Give me my money. So when I went just now on my way to vlog, same kid took my order at the drive-thru. He always assumes I'm there for my double-double. It's like, no, buddy, it's 30 degrees out. We're getting an iced coffee. I'll come back tonight and get a hot coffee. But for now, we're going to have an iced coffee. He's so sweet. So I drove on up, and thankfully it's the other kid. There's another kid there that Boo Boo actually worked with when he worked there. And he was working the window today. So they both came over. They're so sweet. They both came over and made sure I got my coffee and wished me a good day and asked me how I was doing. Like, they are such sweet boys. They really are. So, and he gave me my change. And I gave it back to him. I was like, no, that's... See, the thing I don't like about Tim Hortons is that the tips get broken up at the end of the day and passed out to the shift. Now, in a sense, I think it's good because everybody gets something, right? Especially the kitchen staff. Always take care of your kitchen staff, because the kitchen staff don't get tips. And if you're on soups and sandwiches and stuff, I would imagine you don't get tips, right? Because the way they set it up is they've got their 2 on cash, their 2 that work the drive-through, right? One that takes the order, one that gives the order and the change. And then they've got, you know, maybe 1 or 2 people that are strictly doing food. So they're making the sandwiches, they're toasting the bagels, they're getting the soups and the chilies, and all the food orders ready, right? So they may not get tipped. So in a sense, I kind of get it, but in another sense, it's like, you know what? Like, I have a rapport with the person that I'm dealing with, and so from a customer standpoint, that's kind of who I want to tip, right? It's like when I go to get my nails done, like Friday I went and got my nails filled and I got a pedicure. Well, in the process of doing that, I had like 2 people? 3 people. I had 3 people work on me. Well, I'm not giving 3 people $5. Because I usually tip about $5, right? Maybe 10. If I can afford it. Definitely 5, 10 if I can afford it. Especially when I'm getting a dual service, right? Because that's like... That's what? That's a $70 service or something like that. So, you know. But I'm not giving 3 people $5. Like, that's $15. Like, no. Plus the 70 I spend on, like, no. I had a $5 tip set aside in my purse. I didn't have, usually, like I said, I try to do 10 in that instance, but I had 5. So I left the 5, and I'm assuming the 3 of them split it between the 3 of them. Like, that's crappy. But it's not my problem. You know? So when I go to the coffee shop, and what I'm doing is tipping the person who was serving me. I don't know. I go back and forth on that. Like I said, I've been in customer service my entire life. Like, tip your server. I've worked in coffee shops. I've bartended. I've waitressed. Hairdressed for 18, 19 years. Like, tip the person providing you a service, okay? We live off those tips. But the way that this kid did that, just assuming, I don't know if I was having a bitch moment. I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I never in my life have not given back my customers' change, ever. I do not assume that I'm getting a tip, ever. Do I get pissed when I don't get a tip? Fuck yeah. You know, you try to think, okay, they're having a rough month, okay, but when it happens like 4 or 5 times in a day, it's like, really, people? Really, people? I don't expect 20 bucks, but you know, $4, $5, I'm happy with that. That's good. I think it's fair. something to acknowledge the work, you know. I don't have to cut your hair. I can send you on to another chair. I don't have to make your sandwich. Nope, I don't have to. I don't have to provide you a clean place to sit and eat. There are other aspects of my job that I could be doing. I don't have to be serving you right now. Like, getting old and bitter, I think. I don't know. That just really rubbed me the wrong way. But they are sweet kids in there. And they are kids. I mean, they're learning. And most of the kids in there, it's like their first job, right? Let's go in there and try to think, if it was my kid and my kid came home and told me about a customer that was being so rude and in their face, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. I don't talk to my kid that way. Who the hell are you? Like, you know what I mean? I try to keep that in mind, but that really rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know. There's my rant. I haven't done one of those in a while, I don't think. I think I'm gonna go sit on the curb out there. I'm down under the bridge today. This is where they do, I think it's called Bridge Bash, because it's under the bridge to the States. This weekend is, what do they call it? Border Fest? I think it's Border Fest. It seems to be what's taking place of Bayfest that we had back in the day. That was awesome. It kind of sucks that it's like the week after Ribfest. When they used to do Bayfest, they did Ribfest first, and then it was like a week in between, and then they would do Bayfest. I'm pretty sure that's how they did it. You need a little bit of time to, you know, build your bank account back up. I think next year I'm gonna wait and just keep checking online to see what they're doing with this Border Fest next year and who the bands are, and if it's any good, I will save my money, skip Ribfest, and give the Border Fest a try, because Ribfest this year, in my opinion, was a bust. I mean, we went and had a good time, but there was no music during the day. There was very minimal vendors. Monkey went with his dad on the Sunday and said that there was a couple of vendors that weren't there on Saturday, but it was just, yeah, it was really half-assed, in my opinion, just kind of thrown together and slapped in the park, and there you are. It was, yeah, it wasn't done well. We had a good time, but it wasn't put together well. So I think I might skip it next year, and depending on who's playing Border Fest next year, if they do it, and what the price of the tickets are, and if Monkey wants to go, I might take him down and do a concert. I don't think he's ever been to a concert. He's 12, so yeah, I don't know, we'll see. This guy is like parked long ways in the parking lot. He's taking up like 4 parking spaces beside me here. I hate people that can't park. I'm very particular about my parking. My parking is perfect. Thank you. I fuck a lot of shit up in my life, but I park like a master. I'm just saying. Yeah, I think we're going to turn the car off and go sit on that curb. There's no picnic tables over here, which I feel there should be, because there's like 2 chip trucks in here, and then there's more over the other way there. I feel that there should be a picnic table or 2 over here. Just saying. Grab a smoke. Pissed me off. I brushed my teeth before I came out here, and I dribbled some toothpaste on my shirt, and I'm in all black, so it's like all black, and then this like little dribble of toothpaste. It's driving me crazy. Okay, here we go. Oh, goodness. I'll sit under this tree here because there's shade. Oh, but I'm right up against my car. That's okay. Oh, yeah. It's windy. We're on the water, so. Hang on a second. Try to light my cigarette. There we go. I got a pop socket the other day at Boo Boo's work. You know they sell pop sockets? They're like $15, $16 for pop sockets. Are you freaking kidding me? I was not paying that. I was about to walk out because I'd gone up early, so Boo Boo wasn't at his shift yet. But he actually ended up coming over to me and asked me if I was looking at the pop sockets, and I said, yeah. I said, I'm not paying $15, $16 for a pop socket. That's absolutely, no. That's not happening. And he took me over to the reduced section, and they had pop sockets there for like $5 and change or something. I was like, that is gooder. I still feel that that's too much, but that's gooder. So I got a pop socket. It just makes it easier to hold my phone, I feel. And it's nicer when I'm sitting out in the backyard watching videos. I can just sit it on the table. You can hear all the big trucks crossing over the bridge. I think it was Tuesday. What did I work this week? Tuesday and Thursday, I think. One of the days, because they're working on the highways. They're redoing the on-ramps and stuff. So we've had to find alternate ways to get places. And one of the ways you can see the bridge and the ramp up to the bridge from where we were sitting. And I looked over, and the line to get over into the States was insane. I would hate to be a truck driver. And like be paid by load. That would suck. Have to do long haul like that. That would just bite. It might rain. Oh. We'll see, I guess. I had my hose out all day yesterday, watering all the parts of my lawn that were in shade during the day, and then as the sun moved, I moved my sprinkler, you know, so that I was only watering things that were in shade. And I think I was watering until about, let's say about 9:30 last night. And that was just the front. I didn't even touch the back. My backyard doesn't need to be watered very often. It's very mossy back there. And so I feel it retains water better. Which is good because it's in full sun like all day. I don't think there's any shade back there until about 5:30, so. Oh, my back hurts. it was a lot yesterday. I did a lot. I was outside all day yesterday. I think I got up around 11. And then I went out, like I had a coffee and mowed my front lawn. And then I put my sprinkler out. Started watering all the shady spots. Whatever, it needed a good watering. The front gardens needed a really good watering. I've weeded them, but I haven't watered them at all. All I've been watering are the potted plants that I have in my back patio, because that's where I sit and enjoy life. And I want it pretty. So I was neglecting the front, so I had to take care of that yesterday. And it was so hot yesterday. I was melting just sitting in the shade in my backyard, dying. But I refused to go in because, you know, I wait for months for summer, for our 2 months of decent summer. So I refuse. I refuse to complain about the heat, and I refuse to sit in the house. I refuse. I think I finally came in yesterday around 2. No. Well, I came in for a bit around 2. And then I went and sat back outside for a bit. So I think I was in for the night probably by about 5:30. My cigarette went out on the wind. And I came in and I was watching Supernatural. I used to love that show. I don't think I've seen the last maybe 3 years. It just got really slow. And I haven't gone back to catch up. So I went back to the first season. I think I'm somewhere on season 2 now. Give or take midway through season 2. Season 5, in my opinion, is the absolute best season of Supernatural. Season 5 and probably half of season 6. It is a really good show. But like, what was the other one I was so hardcore into? The Walking Dead. I used to watch that show faithfully. And then around the time of the Whispering Walkers, or whatever the hell that was, it was like, yeah. I haven't watched it since. I haven't seen that full season. I think it's probably been about 3 seasons of that I haven't seen either. And I don't think I will. I don't know. It takes a lot for me to get like really, like I don't watch a show unless I'm like hardcore into the show. I just can't be bothered. But I hate when I get into a show and then it dies, but it keeps going. Lucifer was like that. I watched the first, I think it was the first 3 years of Lucifer. And then there was like, they dropped it. I always stream, so I don't know what channel it was on, but the station dropped it. And then I think Netflix picked it up. But they did all kinds of weirdness sort of on the in-between, and it just got so confusing. I haven't watched it since. I would love to know how it plays out though, because season 3 ended on such a cliffhanger. But they did all kinds of fuckery with it, and I just can't be bothered. They lost me. All kinds of motorcycles out today. I love motorcycles. I will never ride one, but I like to look at them. I rode one once. I shouldn't say I'll never ride one. I will ride on the back of one. I will never drive one. I drove one once and damn near killed my fool self. Oh, my back. My back really hurts. I'm surprised nobody's at the splash pad today. I wish they had that when my kids were little. It's a free splash pad. It's a pretty decent size too. And it has like a changing area and washrooms and whatever. And there's this big tree over there that I took Monkey to it once or twice, I think, before he got, you know, too old for that kind of thing. And I'd go sit under this tree, this big old tree on a hill where there's shade, and just let him go do his thing. I'm not a helicopter mom. You don't need me to stand over you. You're good. If there's a problem, I'll see it. I'll handle it. It's fine. But it is a nice little spot. Oh, there's somebody flying a kite. You don't see that very often. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Somebody's flying a kite. There. I don't know if you see it. I'm probably gonna fuck up my video now. Nope, there we go. Okay, sorry. My phone does weird things sometimes. See, and now the sun's back out, but it looks like it's gonna rain. Ooh, I don't know. What it'll do is wait until tonight when I get my sprinkler out to do my back lawn. Well, I'll probably do my front lawn again because it needs it. And then it'll start to rain. And then I'll have to run out in the rain and turn the hose off. Good times. I was watching a video, I don't know, a couple days ago, I guess. I lose track of, I think it was Omegon. I love Omegon. Oh my God, he's so funny. I love him. I love you. Just saying. And he was talking about, I can't remember what video it was. He does different segments and stuff. Exhibition of Stupid People and This Week at Twitter and Halls of Injustice and all that kind of stuff. I can't remember what one it was on. But kind of talking about the YouTube algorithm, and YouTube is randomly demonetizing channels and burying channels and all that kind of stuff. And I do believe that they are, absolutely. I do believe that they're burying channels. You know, not giving the little guy the chance to get out there and stuff. So I got to thinking as I'm watching this video, like I did a survey for YouTube, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks ago maybe. Just a random survey that kind of popped up in my email. And I'm not out looking specifically for monetization. It would be nice, not gonna lie, it'd be awesome. But I don't expect it. But I kind of wonder, I want to try an experiment. It'll take a lot on my part to watch the cussing and the smoking on camera and whatever else YouTube doesn't like, to see if my videos get out more. I don't know. I find it interesting because I don't go through my analytics very often, but I was going through my analytics last month or something. And I get like a fair share of new views every month. Right, people that stumble across my video or whatever. I would say like maybe 30 or 35 new viewers every month. And I probably average anywhere between 55 and maybe 80 views in total a month, which is fine. I whatever. But I wonder if I can watch my language and not smoke on film. If my videos would get out more. I also noticed there's a new thing for search words and stuff. So you can go into your YouTube studio and go into, I think it's called research or something. But it doesn't give me any words. So you go in and you click, you know, like across YouTube or whatever. It shows me nothing. And if I click for my viewers, search words for that my viewers would click on, it again shows me nothing. So I don't know if that's because my channel is so small, or if it's just not getting out there. Like I don't know. I don't really understand how all that works. I don't know what YouTube's thinking. I mean, it's frustrating because they carry on in all their newsletters and all their emails and all the little videos they put out to us and whatever, that, you know, how much they care about their creators and blah, blah, blah. You know, they want them to do well and whatever, right? But there's really not a lot of guidance. Like, if you're in the partner program, you're supposed to get more access to YouTube in the corporate sense, right? So if you run into an issue, if your channel gets buried, if somebody hacks you, whatever, you can actually get a hold of somebody at YouTube. Me, as a very, 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 very tiny creator, I have none of that access. I don't have anybody that I can contact and be like, you know, I'm just starting out. How do I navigate this site? How do I make thumbnails? I have no idea how to do that. You know, are tags helpful? Should I be putting tags on my videos? I never put tags or have any of that on my videos. Should I be doing that? Does that make them come out more? What kind of tags are, you know, I don't understand any of that. And there's no, I can't get a hold of anybody to help me with that. So unless like another creator was to reach out and be like, yo, I can help you, you know, which I don't expect, you know. I'm a very tiny channel. I have 31 subscribers. What can I do to help anybody? Like, what do I bring to the table for another creator? Outside of sarcasm and realism, I have nothing to bring to the table. Real sarcasm and brutal honesty? I don't know. Anyways, that's just a thought I've been having. I don't know. It was an interesting video anyway. I like a Megan. Oh dear. I gotta get up and move. My back is not happy today. Oh dear. Grab my Yeah. It's really warm in this sun. Wow, listen to those trucks and such. Jesus. They are loud. Holy moly. Or is that a speedboat maybe? I don't know. Lots of speedboats down here. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I think I'm going to boot. Oh, look at that. 40 minutes. Yeah, that's too long. I'm going to try and vlog tomorrow, but tomorrow's going to be a long day. Like I said, I have to go into another town to do this ENT thing, and I hope something comes from it. I am so sick of this ear popping, can't hear BS. It's annoying. So anyway, I'm going to try and vlog tomorrow. I have a couple of things that I kind of want to talk about. That have been on my mind. I gotta stop trying to sort through things and just blurt shit out. That's the whole point of my channel. Just to blurt shit out. Get it out of my head. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna boot because it's been a really long video. And I don't know, find some other shenanigans to get into. So anybody watching, thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.